What's up, guys? It's David. Welcome back to All Up in the Mix. Today we're gonna go over reverbs and delays. I'm gonna show you the delays and reverbs that I be using in my mixes and what I do to process them. So we're just gonna go over them individually so that you can determine which ones you like and which one fits your type of music. Let's get into it.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
So the song's Juno Flow, Wide Awake, and I really like the way that the reverbs and delays sound on this. So I'm gonna go over which reverbs I used. I usually bust out my reverbs, put them in their individual auxes, and then from whichever track I'll send a signal, and then it'll return with the wet signal. So how I have it set up right now, all these vocals on the hook are going to hook lead. And then I have a Lexicon 224, Reverb, Valhalla Vintage Verb, and then Waves H Verb. If you come down here, you'll see these are the reverbs that I have. And I'm gonna go over each one. There you go. Oh. So Lexicon, I really like how it just sounds lush. It kind of sounds analog because it's modeling after the Lexicon 224 analog reverb. And you know, I have it a little bit longer, 4-second delay in the mids, 3 seconds in the bass, a tiny bit of pre-delay, and this is what that sounds like.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah.
I have a lot of that going in there. I'm going to show you what the other reverbs sound like on the same signal.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
That's the same. That's a stock setting for the Reverb. Take out some lows, got some highs. Got a little longer on the time, a little more diffusion. I really recommend just playing with the parameters because not one reverb will sound good on every type of music.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah.
So there's the Reverb. Let's try the Vintage Verb by Valhalla. This is one of my personal favorites.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright.
I have some of the highs cut, a little bit of the lows cut, 4-second delay, 30-second pre-delay, and a short attack on the shape, and 20% on the late dial.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light.
This one just sounds big already. And then H Reverb by Waves. This is pretty close to default. I just scooped out a little bit of the lows on the reverb and the damping. And this is how that sounds.
Thing in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah.
There you have it. Those are the 4 reverbs I have hooked up to them right now. I'm going to show you a couple things that I do to process my reverbs. If the reverb gets lost in the mix and you kind of want it more in your face, I throw on a compressor with a automatic gain, such as the RBox by Waves. I'll show you what that sounds like. This is really exaggerated, of course, but
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
verse is what I had before.
Everything in black and white. Expand.
Just brings a lot of the textures up.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah.
I'm gonna try throwing the compressor on the Reverb. See what that sounds like.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah. Everything.
And try to experiment, you know.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright. Yeah. Everything in black and white. Expand your mind.
Kind of like that plate. I'm just gonna send a little less signal to it.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright.
Like that. Here you go. This is the vintage verb. I'll throw the compressor on that one also.
Everything in black and white.
We're just trying to determine the textures of it and see what has like the most desirable texture, and then we can adjust the levels.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your.
You can even get crazy and throw like flangers on it. See what that sounds like.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
Let's hear it in context.
Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
Yeah, that can be a desired effect. And finally, we got the H reverb. Throw the compressor on there and see what this one sounds like.
We don't sleep no more, we dreaming wide awake. Even bags until my eyes designer, hey. Everything in black and white. Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright.
That one sounds good off top. I like that one. Just gonna tuck it.
We don't sleep no more, we dreaming wide awake.
What I ultimately want to do right now, as an example, I want to stack all 4 of the reverbs. So before it gets too crazy, I'm going to adjust the levels a little bit.
We don't sleep no more. We don't sleep no more, we dreaming wide awake. Even bags until my eyes designer, hey. Everything.
Another thing I like to do on my reverbs is EQ post compressor. Sometimes like the lower range can get muddy, so scooping some of that out can be beneficial.
We don't sleep no more, we dreaming wide awake.
See how it cleans it up.
Even bags until my eyes designer, hey.
This verse is
Everything in black and white.
a little bit more clear.
Expand your mind and find your light. You'll be alright, alright, alright.
Got a nice little tail. I believe that was automated. Let's peep that actually. So I have it automated so the reverb just goes up towards the end of it. Slides right back down. That gives it like a really cool effect where the tail is left. Oops. Yeah, and then these hey and woes, they have a cool echo on them. My echo of choice is Echo Boy by Sound Toys. Just have a lot of control. You know, you can tweak width, balance left, right, and then there's a lot of different styles and presets that you can go through. And this is all about experimenting and seeing what you really like and sticking to your guns, I guess, after that. What I have on this one is a stereo Echo Boy, and it's on the ping pong setting. So if you notice, it's going left to right. First delay, the first eighth note is going on the left, second eighth note is going on the right, and then it alternates like this. It gives like a cool, you know, depth of field kind of effect. And gives it, you know, the listener something to latch on to. This mix knob is how much of the processed echo is prevalent. If you go 100%, then you won't be hearing the original signal. So, you know, kind of give it a nice little blend. I have it about 45%. A couple other common echoes are H delay by Waves. This one's another commonly used echo. You have kind of the same features where you can ping pong it. There's a lo-fi button that's really, really cool. They have a built-in EQ on there as well. You can get the similar effect. There's also a mod delay, which a lot of people use. Whoops. And it's kind of similar. You choose, you know, your delay notes. If you put it in sync, it'll sync up to your BPM. A little bit drier on this. I don't know if the mod delay has a ping pong option. I might be wrong, but I haven't used it enough to know if there is one yet. So if you do know of a ping pong option, let me know in the comments. I appreciate that. Those are a couple of my most used echoes and reverbs. And you know, like I said, just kind of play with them. Once you get a sound you kind of like, throw a compressor on there and see if that does anything. EQ some of the frequencies out. It's all about experimenting and coming up with new sound, you know? It's cool to emulate what's out there, but I feel like once you get it close to that, you can make your own stamp on it and add your own signature and flair to that. And reverbs, that's where it really stands out, where your creativity can shine through, because people listen to reverb tails and once they hear something that's never been done before, it piques their interest, you know what I mean? And listeners always get attracted to like that vibe and that lushness of a reverb. And even though these days a lot of stuff is going drier, I love reverbs. Like, it puts you in a place emotionally. And I think reverbs and delays are essential to adding interesting artifacts into your mix. So those are the reverbs and delays that I like to use. And I know everybody has their favorites. So if you guys have a favorite that I didn't mention, just let me know in the comments. If you guys have any questions about these reverbs and delays that I use, let me know in the comments. This is David with All Up in a Mix. Until next time, peace.